All right, know of my podcast, episode 43, season 2, the level up, Blaze in the building, and this is actually a special occasion. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because this is the first time. I think we've only ever done it once that we got a full panel. We got 4 people in the building, all mic'd up, all ready to go. We're gonna have all kinds of fucking
the level
input.
up for real.
Yeah, this is the level up for real. This just made it a whole nother. This is what I initially intended when I made the podcast. Exactly. No one makes me bleed my own blood. I do it all.
I hate you so much.
I
birthed myself.
That is the motto of every man.
Exactly. That's ego in its purest form. Anyways, so this is the first time we're actually doing the whole fucking
shebang.
The whole shebang, full panel.
Full cast.
We got Ann, the whole squad is in the building. We got Ann, the best kept secret. What's going on?
Nice.
Live there.
We got that guy, the guy of all guys. It's the guy,
the
man.
guy or the dude?
It's the guy and the dude.
Just best kept secret.
Just that one guy.
Okay, blend them. Let's go.
Just best kept secret. Better,
There's a fucking theme going on here.
And then you guys hear it already. We got P aggression. We got P Styles. We got P happy and sad. Patty, the infamous producer, Patty 2 Ps, one in the air, one on you squares. I could go on and on, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. She's letting me go, so it's just telling me that something's wrong.
I hate him so much. I hate him so much.
Patty in the building, producer Patty, and we're here. We're rocking. We're in full swing. No Invite podcast. It's another day. We made it. The world is fucking
Beautiful.
crazy.
What day is it? July 25th.
Exactly.
Sunday.
The world is crazy.
2021. Living in the future.
In our Lord, the year, Patty's gonna start fucking spitting fucking, scripture and shit on you.
Athens.
But anyways, we here. No Invite podcast. I love to see this because this is kind of what my vision was and what I intended, and the fact that I got everybody here. You know what I'm saying? We got everything in motion is dope. So shout out to everybody that's been listening to us. Make sure that you guys tap in. Always shout out to the Netherlands, New York, all over the United States. If you want your state, your city, your zip code, shout it out. You guys know, get at us. But we're here and we're having a good time. We're about a good 3 drinks deep because we took 2 shots and have a mixed drink, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're not even average.
Mine's almost gone.
Feeling real nice. Feeling real nice.
Feeling real saucy over here.
Just be careful. Do you have to drive? Just be careful, mama.
Oh, trust me, I'm
See, just so you guys know, the No Invite podcast does provide transportation for all their guests as well as employees. So don't trip. You know what I'm saying? You come here.
The No Invite podcast does not encourage drinking and driving.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We encourage Lyft and Uber and calling that person that you don't call but for only one reason, when you're drunk.
There's no drunk dialing your
when
ex.
You're too ashamed to call anybody else.
Exactly.
When you have no self-respect with that person, that person seen you pee in the street or some shit like that,
exactly.
when you were hella drunk.
That one person that knows your shame and doesn't care that was down to pick you up anyways. I actually got that person.
When
in the
they
building
see your
right
number,
now.
they think twice. They're at your number. They look at their phone should I answer?
Shout out to the guy. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple times that he came through in the clutch.
Right?
You're gonna pick up for me.
You gonna answer my motherfucking call.
It's a fucking emergency.
And speaking as that person that's been that person that gets called, when you see that fucking number, you're like, what the fuck happened? What's going on now? What is this? This could be it. You don't look at it in disappointment, but you look at that number like, yo, this person's calling me at this time. This shit could mean any fucking thing. Be prepared for something.
That's actually what went through my mind a couple times on those.
Yeah, I'm the same way because I'm the person that gets called, so I know. Trust me.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm usually the person calling, not necessarily the person getting the call.
That's not a bad thing.
Usually, I'm the person that I'm already I'm lit.
And you be having codes already with that person yo, code 4, bring the ice.
Hey, no, real deal. Me and my friends, we be my cousins and my
code
friends.
Purple.
We'd text each other what's those? The looking emoji and then a question mark. If they send back a thumbs up, we already know it's.
Call me in 5 minutes.
If they send a thumbs down, then that means I'm with my man and I can't do nothing else.
Sending pictographs and communicating in hieroglyphics and whatnot.
Like,
Y'all done fucked up now because this on the podcast. I'm gonna have to speaking for the males out there. I'm gonna have to
please
leave
nobody
that.
dry snitch on themselves. Please,
I'm gonna leave that
please.
in the podcast because that's a little bit of game. Just so you know, when you see the thumbs up emoji and the two eyes with the handshake emoji, you know something's up. You know, I'm just saying.
But see, that's where they're fucking up. Because if you really want to do something sneaky, you're supposed to download Vault. And then when you download Vault,
oh my goodness,
Vault is where you have like a 8-digit code. You put it in your phone, and he can't actually see any of the text messages, calls, or anything until he put in the code. And then once you put in the code, then it'll pull up all of your secret messages and your secret calls.
Shout out to all my cheaters out there, y'all. You know,
I couldn't cheat when I'm single.
We're looking out for y'all too.
You can't cheat when you're single. I'm just
That's
saying.
true. That's true. And if you don't want nobody in your business,
I just don't want people in
my
my business because all of my little friends be feeling like they got rights and they don't.
You know what I'm saying? We're at the Know By podcast. You're right. Everybody don't got the right to say that they got that right. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? No, but it makes sense to me.
Oh my god.
And that's all.
We just gonna let you know that you can't know.
Exactly. I just want to let you guys know that
We
you
just
were
gonna
invited.
tell you that we can't tell you.
Anyways,
you're not invited to the party.
So how was your week so far? Ann?
You know what? My week was hella good, but I'm starting to get a little sad
Sad.
because I haven't had my kids for
Sad.
the whole month of July, and they come back next week, and I'm like, I gotta be.
So
a
you're
parent
sad
again?
not because they were gone. You're sad because they're coming back.
Well, I talk to them every day, so I can't be sad that you're gone when I still gotta like fake parent. But the fact that y'all coming back next week is like. Now I gotta wake
it's
up
a
early. I gotta
vacation,
cook breakfast every day. I gotta like.
It was nice to have a break.
Yeah.
It was
nice to have a
amazing.
break.
They don't realize though they're going to their grandma for a
but they-
week.
but see,
Because
you
moms
don't know.
don't have a can't clock out.
But they realize it too. As a kid, you knew when you went to somebody's house for the weekend or whatever, you were like having fun with your cousins, or you were fucking going to go do something, and you weren't really tripping off what moms was doing. You're like, fucking, I get my little break too. You know, I'm out here doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts. I only get calls when they want to check on a dog, or when they done got in trouble and they want to tell me.
So look, I'm gonna let you get ahead of this right now before it comes out. I did some fucked up shit or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Please
But
don't
it
be mad
wasn't
at
my
me.
I
fault.
tell him on
This is why it
FaceTime and he's
happened.
like, Mom, they're not respecting me. I'm like, why? Because I took and put some scissors behind Grandma's tire thinking it would bust. Okay, so you were wrong. But she's mad. I know. Okay. Alright, so is that the end of the conversation? Like, where are we going with this? Like, those are the only calls I get. I don't get like the cute little like
I
used
miss
to see on
you.
TV. They used to get like the I miss you, Mom. You know, I really want to see you. That's not what I get.
That's what I'm saying. We're just like, when you're a kid, you're just like, fuck it, we out here.
And they already told me when they come home, they picking up their dog and they going to their other grandma house. Only reason why my mama kept him for a month is because she don't live close.
Not all heroes wear
But
capes.
when she was
you know what
close,
I'm
she
saying?
didn't want to.
Have you seen that one
Sometimes
commercial?
your kids are the heroes. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. That's cool. That's cool. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
no, this week has been super good, and I ordered my stuff, so I will be coming up with a whole skin line for myself, and it will be.
Yes.
It will be
Insert crowd fucking
Absolutely.
applause.
And
Yeah,
it will
got
be
you,
sound
got you.
effect.
with a base of sea moss, because I've learned that sea moss has a
Ooh.
lot of topical benefits,
Yeah.
and so it'll be a face wash, a scrub, and exfoliant. I'm gonna have
I
the
need
whole
that.
line.
Count me in whenever you're ready.
Nice.
Most
I'll buy.
definitely. I got some
it.
for everybody.
I'll buy some.
Everybody
I'm
gonna
gonna
get some.
I'm gonna buy some though.
I
I'll
love
buy
that.
some.
Yeah,
It's different.
definitely.
You could I'm not saying you can't throw me nothing free though.
Right.
But I'm gonna buy something though for sure. Like I'm gonna support because that's dope. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. That's what we do, and that's what we've been trying to do. And I know you know that I know you know. So do that make sense? No, it doesn't. But anyways, the guy, how was your week?
For the most part, I kind of did the same thing. Well, I'm starting the same thing she just did. I just dropped off the kids yesterday. So now me and my wife are like looking at her like, what? No bickering? No, what
do we do with ourselves?
It's calm. Like the house is quiet. Like
Too
oh, wow.
quiet.
I'm
Something
like,
in the air.
we could like watch a movie. She's like trying to like get out. I'm like, okay, we can get out. What? Damn.
You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, we don't know what to do ourselves. I really don't.
No, that's a real
I
thing,
love that.
Yeah.
No, it
It
is.
is.
Or when you're so busy in general and
Yeah.
you have free time, you're like,
Because like I'll be honest, sometimes I feel like I'm overstimulated on high alert, just waiting for the telltale signs when they start like laughing and ha ha ha. Then all of a sudden
Something's going
you're
on.
like, stop it! Ah, like that. I was like, oh god.
or you hear a bang and a crash.
Yeah.
Or if it's too quiet and they done did something, you be like, where y'all at?
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing of knowing that
Yeah.
they're there and being on point, because it's like you said, we don't realize, and then when they're gone, you miss them like instantly.
Yeah.
Like I miss them, but you're enjoying stuff. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're like, yo, I'm thinking about my kids still, but they're good.
I think
They're somewhere
sometimes
else.
we realize we don't have a life outside of our kids.
Yeah. Well, our kids are our lives.
That's what I'm saying.
And
So
that's
when
how
your
it's supposed
kids
to be.
leave, like right now, when you be thinking of like, ooh, I want to go here and here, and it's like, actually, all the stuff I want to go to is kid friendly. So I don't have a life outside of my kids.
That lets you know the importance of them, though. That's what the cool part about it is. It lets you know the importance of the kids and how much of a focal point they are in your life. And it's like, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like we have all kinds of things that we're meant for, but we know one of our purposes, and our main purpose is to be parents. You feel me? Because we are in that
Procreate, to continue life.
So you know, it's just good to. That's always like a focal point of our lives. So we're just like, yeah, it's like it's a weird feeling, but you get used to it. And the cool part about it, the older your kids get, the less they fuck with you. So you get to actually not feel guilty about it, and then when they're doing,
you're like, they ain't fucking with me.
It's more so that they were starting a lot of havoc before they left. So it's more so like, yeah, you kids got a real vacation. Apparently, it's hotter over there, and there's no Wi-Fi.
That's right.
Oh,
Hey.
I know they're like, I'm ready to come home. Dad, where are you at? Can you come pick me up?
I love you. I miss you.
Yeah, that's real talk.
I can't wait for Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now you miss me, huh? All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's the blessing, though. That's a blessing. That's a good problem to have for both of y'all. You guys got on break. Like I said, I got my 18-year-old. He do what he do. He move around like how he moves around. He helps a lot around the house, and I can't really complain. So I ain't got dog in this fight. Patty, how was your week?
It was good. It was good. Very pensive. It was a lot of self-reflecting.
That's right. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, like
it's necessary because I've been so busy, and usually and I'm more of like a I be in my head.
Recluse.
I be in my head a lot, and so I need those solitude moments. So I haven't been able to get that because, like I said, I've been more out and about, more getting stuff done, more busy and stuff like that. So for me, the reflection is necessary for my personality. So that's how my week was spent.
I mean, Patty's just by the way, she's the only child, so you know what I'm saying. He
always makes fun of me for this.
It's not
but
making
he
fun.
Understands. He's super cool.
And that's what I'm
it.
trying to relate to the people. Like, you
that's my family right there.
Patty's not like just, you know what I'm saying. She's like this because she's only child. You feel me? She's always been on her own into it to doing how she do it, right? So that doesn't make it any less.
I find
my
it fascinating.
sister is 10 years old.
That's actually peaceful.
So by the time I hit 10, my sister, she moved out at 18, so I was 8 years old.
So you were kind of
I was kind of
brought up like the only child. I've met a lot of people like that.
Mothers.
I've met a lot of people like that where they definitely weren't only child, but the way that they were raised
is like an only child.
And you were only around adults, and you were only around adults and things like that. But you also learned, I learned it's not just about me.
I haven't learned that yet.
I love your honesty. I love
it.
With
kids, I have not learned that yet. It is all about me.
When I learned, I'm good, but it's not just about me. It's about my people, too. And the only reason why I am is because somebody else was.
And when you have kids,
on a friendship level or on a family level? Because on a family level,
I think family is bonded by love. Not necessarily blood.
Yeah, because
you can be strangers that share blood.
Yeah, because you can have.
I've known people that are family that are blood related, and were super shicey. Right. And I've met people who, my daddy isn't my real daddy, so to speak, but he was my daddy. That is my family.
Real shit. Right. Exactly.
So I've learned at a very young age that my family is bonded by love, not by blood, because I've known blood that would do some unspeakable things.
Destroy. Yeah, exactly.
Girl. So that's interesting to me because
amen,
right? And that's what I'm saying. I'm only in because my family was, and people who really love me really was. So it's not just about me. If I'm good, that's cool. But it's not let's say you on top of the world. Mm-hmm. It's not cool if your family's starving, right?
Well, no,
you ain't gonna
I
be
definitely
happy.
believe my family will tell you I've gone above and beyond for my family. But at the same time, everybody still know I'm a spoiled brat.
I'm a brat too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a brat.
You need to know that at the end of the day, what did I say I want? Because if I'm not getting what it is that I want at the end of whatever we're doing, I'm going to feel some kind of way.
I don't think that that's necessarily a negative as long as it's not operating out of ego. If you need self-care, if you need solitude, if you need to get your mind right. Exactly. So I don't think that that's selfish. I think that that's balanced.
I love you right now. Like, I'm just tapping with all my family members so they can hear this.
That's necessary. What we have it on the podcast.
Right now.
It's a podcast.
Do we just become best friends?
Good vibes on the No Invite podcast.
So that's balance. That's you cannot pour from an empty glass.
Facts.
You cannot. If you on the airplane, how does it help if the pilot goes down? The pilot needs to be straight for the whole plane to get to where it needs to be.
She talk like she's talking pimping right now.
That's how they talk though.
I'm just saying though. I'm like, Patty, where do I sign, Patty? And I'm supposed to be the cult leader.
No, it's necessary. So but what's crazy is that humanity said we think there's some sort of nobility in being a martyr, in self-sacrificing. Which, but. Again, if you're not okay, how does that benefit the world?
Right.
So I don't get it. I don't know. That's how I think. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And my family understands me. Right. And that's who I know. That's my tribe because they don't make me feel guilty.
Now you're really getting off.
They don't make me feel negative. They don't judge me. That's how I'm like, this.
Only a little bit of time.
Like I don't have to feel any type of way around them. They understand. You know what I mean? So
no, I feel you.
So no, that's not. But we have like morphed ideas of what we think we should be doing as people. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is the first step to a very beautiful friendship.
I love it.
Oh, look at this. This is brought to you by Magic, by the No Invite podcast, and a little bit of pimping. You know what I'm saying? Put Magic and a little bit of pimping together, and you get shit like this. You feel me? And it's all natural, baby. Take 2 doses and call me in the morning.
Message.
You feel me? Anyways, No Invite podcast, we're going to keep it moving and grooving. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad that y'all here. This is some good shit. It's funny. And I'm glad that we are actually here because these moments like this, y'all, you know what I'm saying? This is what we need. This is the formula for success, in my opinion. This is all natural, all real. We in here chilling, a few drinks.
This likes to be on other planets.
Yeah, I am. I'm actually on a different planet right now, looking down and just trying to visualize.
Fifth-dimensional beings.
You know what I'm saying? Turn around and see what you've been turning down. You feel me? We're gonna go ahead and hit them with all kinds of pimping lines. As a matter of fact, at the end of this thing, we're gonna see who got the best pimp line. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask everybody. I'm gonna need your best pimp line. So put that feather in your hat. Anyways, so look, No Invite podcast. We're gonna jump into this here and now. This is what we do. This is the part of the podcast where we hit y'all with a little bit of current events, shit that we like. We got a panel now, so we're gonna bounce like a ping pong and just keep it moving like we do. I appreciate the fact that we can do shit like this because it's always good to get more than 2 opinions. See, 2 opinions, you got 50-50 chance right now. This is ghetto math, by the way. You got 50-50 chance. Either you're gonna agree or disagree. You either agree or disagree, and that's just your 2 perspectives. But there's a lot more shit that we probably don't even see. We could even be agreeing on some bullshit together. Talking about cult leader shit, right? We could be agreeing on some bullshit together. That don't make it good for us, though, right? No. Exactly. That's how That's why I'm stupid feeling the whole panel shit because I might be out of pocket sometimes, and I need more than one person to tell me my shit by my governor don't stop, you know what I'm saying, where it's supposed to or whatever. It goes a little more. I might need to get, you know what I mean, somebody have to jump me or something and tell me I'm acting up. So, anyways, we here and now, and according to a private source, because no one states their sources anymore, so who gives a fuck? The Biden administration just recently declared that all the inmates that were locked up and released from custody on an ankle monitor during the pandemic because of the pandemic to help ease the spread, especially while people are incarcerated.
I heard people got sued because inmates passed away from, they got COVID, they didn't release them, they passed away from it, and then the family sued the prisons, actually won. And that's when they started releasing people to finish it at home.
Because it's inhumane.
That's what I heard.
It's inhumane. There, from what I heard, there were some cases like that too, because it's really inhumane, especially when you consider what people are being locked up for. You know what I'm saying? People are being locked up for, really, literally, they're being locked up for like nonviolent offenses for excessive amount of years, like where you could you would probably affect them better if you gave them programs and gave them mandatory shit that they didn't really want to do, but gave them education, because that's what it is. Them programs, they provide education of some sort. And now, whether you're receptive to it or not, that's up to you. But I'm just saying in general.
Right.
But yeah, they had just announced that all the people that were let out on ankle monitor to help ease the whole situation and the numbers and the actual spreading have to go back to jail now.
That's the dumbest concept ever.
I think the only reason I would think why is because the CEOs got to get back to work too. So they got to be able to,
it's the industry.
They had to cut them down because they had less inmates. They're able to cut down, but now they're demanding to go back to work probably.
But even if this is the logic you got to think about. You have the instant gratification of them going back to work. That's cool. But if they go back to work, and now the people who have been out and they're on ankle monitor, we don't know who's running in and out of their house. So if they end up contracting this new Delta virus, which they said the Delta virus is a real thing and it's starting to increase, and they go back into the jail, and the Delta virus gives it to full units and the workers, and those people end up getting sick and they end up dying, then basically you have wasted the whole theory of sending them back. Like, it's stupid until we've officially gotten this shit under control.
Well, you got to understand something. First things first. They are not willing to admit that, because they're saying the numbers are going back up, but it's not at emergency levels no more. It's not a problem, because really what they're trying to do is to get people to take the vaccine. It's not, they can't force you, but they will make it difficult for you. You dig what I'm saying? That's how I feel, at least. And look, I don't have like we always talk about on the podcast, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. If you take it, that's cool. I don't look at you like you got fucking nanobots in your body and you're about to turn into a Terminator and nothing like that. And all, we all have our choices. We all pick and choose whatever. I just want the people to have the opportunity to say no if you don't want it. You know what I mean? And people were like, well, then you deserve this, you deserve that. No, not really, because we could still get ahead of it. Like, I never understood why they stopped the mask mandate. I'm like, okay, you could open up, but like keep your mask on, because and wash your hands, because since this whole shit started, people
got clean.
No, I haven't had a flu. I haven't had the sniffles. I ain't had shit. You feel me? Since this whole shit started. And it's because, like we said, basic hand sanitation and overall sanitary measures were more emphasized and people took it more seriously. And you know what I mean? And that's and the mask, you feel me? The mask, people are like, well, COVID, it's not gonna get you from keep you from getting COVID. I was like, I don't think that's the point. I think the point of the mask was to prevent you from touching your face, then touching some shit at the grocery store, touching the grocery cart, you're sick, you did it, coughing in your hand, coughing out, because when they show the whole spray and how cough works and how much it actually gets the range, you're like, okay, that's different. That's what it's for. You feel me? That's what the mask for. I wasn't never opposed for them to open up. I was opposed that they stopped doing the mask mandate.
I just think by them sending inmates back to jail, you are basically making an inhumane decision, because when those people get back, so we all know when you go to jail, there's not going to be a whole lot of people regulating that you stay 6 feet apart and all that old weird ass shit. That's not even.
They keep you on lockdown.
But even if you keep me on lockdown, the guards are still going home to whoever they are around. Then when the guards come back to work, we don't know if they've contracted it. We don't know if they're giving it to the inmates.
And a lot of people,
they still have to do count. They still have to feed them food. They still have to send them outside for an hour.
And that's the thing also. Look, when you feeding food in the kitchen, it ain't the guards that's making it. It's the inmates make. So
or who's cleaning up?
So when they leave from work, they go back to the regular population, to everybody else, to their cell too. But they keep people on lockdown to limit that interaction. So now you're keeping us in inhumane, because segregation is a punishment. It's a punishment for actions. If there's an outbreak, that ain't my fucking fault.
Right.
So how the fuck you gonna lock me? You gonna lock me in my cell all day?
That shit is crazy. And then they also stopped. I know they had stopped like visitation. So it's gonna limit the amount of communication. If you put everybody on lockdown, it's gonna limit the communication to the family. It's gonna limit how much you can get from commissary. It's gonna limit how you can actually go outside. Like, there's so many different things that go with it, because if people aren't going outside and they just sitting in the house eating, then we know that they're eating unhealthy, and we know that they're eating unhealthy food, then they're gonna start gaining weight. They could potentially get like heart disease,
quality
obesity.
Life dips.
Yeah, like there's so many other factors. So if you allow them, and I know this is probably gonna sound rude, but if you're going to allow them to go home and be on ankle monitor, allow them to make the conscious choice of how they want to live when they're at home. But if you're making that choice for them and they die, if I was their family, I'm suing you. Gonna run me that money.
Well, see, the thing that's the thing. It's like that's what I feel like makes it fucked up, because it's like, okay, look, you're sending people back. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna possibly either carry the virus with them, because you don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do a quarantine or anything. I don't know how the whole how they would run it. I know how prison and shit runs and works. But, this is kind of something that's a little unprecedented, obviously. But I feel like it's a bad move, because anybody that proved worthy to stay on it, because they monitor you. Right. So that means if you're not compliant, you're going back anyways. Right. So anybody that's been out and stayed out and has proved that they can stay out, why the fuck do you not let them stay out?
Money.
Well, no, and it is money. And it is money because at the end of the day, like, it's funding. It's
because
funding.
They don't make as much money with them paying for ankle monitor, right?
Well, no, they don't have enough. They can't justify the need to have that much manpower at work if you're not movement. Like, when they go on lockdown, they don't need a lot of manpower. I'm sure they have people on standby, but they don't need that much manpower. Everybody's in their cell. Everybody gets self-fed through a slot through their door. Where you going? You ain't going nowhere. And they do controlled release, so whenever you want to take a shower, they open one cell at a time. Go take your shower. You got 20 minutes. You and your cellie, boom, go get the showers. And that's it. And they don't let nobody else. That's what I'm saying. They don't need a lot. Because it's hard for them to fucking... It's hard for them...
Wouldn't it cost them more money, though? Because if COVID is still running rampant, don't they get hazard pay?
Check this out. We're not here to make sense of why they do the things that they do, because obviously they don't do what the fuck they're supposed to do, or they don't do. They're operating from a different place. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, we're not gonna try to make sense of why they don't do. We just letting y'all know this is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think it's stupid. How do you feel about it?
Can I use the restaurant?
You sure the fuck can. This the podcast, so we're gonna do all that. How about this? Look. We're gonna jump back. We're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna jump back in, and we're gonna see what the guy and with Patty, because Patty, doing what she do anyways. So we're gonna make sure we get them on thing. Take a break. It's No Invite. Bang, we back. No Invite podcast season 2. The motherfucking level up. Before we went on break, we were talking about the whole Biden administration and how they're trying to put people back that were out on ankle monitor. They're basically trying to, lock them up again, reincarcerate them, because we are apparently out of a state of emergency. The whole reason why they were released was under the whole COVID, not wanting to infect. Let's let some of these guys out. Fucking, let them live one time. We know they shouldn't be locked up.
They were trying to relieve liability. Actually, that's what they're trying to do. To evade liability.
We just said that shit too. They were trying to relieve. But how do you feel about the whole situation? Being somebody that has grown up with somebody that, fell victim to the system.
Yes. I think in a nutshell, we're all victims to the system. We just don't know it yet.
Exactly. But, it gets deep.
Yeah,
to what degree?
But it's all a money game ultimately. That and world powers. Everyone's putting pressure on everyone else to open up. We got a handle on COVID. We're vaccinating everybody. We got so many millions vaccinated. We're leading the world in all this. So it's like, you have the money factor on the small scale with the prisons. They got the fiscal year coming up.
The prison industrial complex. Excuse me.
So the less money they use for the fiscal year, the less money they can demand. They can't demand more for the next year coming up. Unless they use it all up and all the resources.
Exactly.
So they want to open up, so they can get that bigger budget.
Yeah, and they want all those inmates back because they, like we said earlier, they can't justify the means without it. Mm-hmm. So you most definitely. I feel that. You know what I mean? Patty, you heard the breakdown. You heard what we was talking about. We was talking about the yam talking about. And what do you feel about the whole Biden administration recalling people that have been successfully on what's it called? They've been successfully on ankle monitor and home supervision for this whole pandemic, and now because the pandemic is declared not a state of emergency anymore, they want to recall them back to jail. How do you feel about that?
I think they should just let sleeping dogs lie. Like, just let it be.
And not hurt nobody, right?
Like, let it be. If that was, because they only let certain people out, right? On ankle monitor, like. So, let it be. And I think it's ironic that this administration is the one that's reincarcerating everybody.
Let's not let us remember that.
It's not ironic?
Well, the way that we're spinning it, was that this was something that was instituted during the Trump era, and now it's over because this was the time that they said it would be over. So they're honoring what was actually already previously in place.
But
so just
how
to give
do
you
anticipate when it's going to be over? Like, that's like saying, okay, you know what? I got diarrhea. How long is this diarrhea?
I might shit myself today. I might not.
Like, there's
That's
time frame. I have the common cold.
Valid.
How long does it last?
No. What fucks me up, though, to be honest with you, what just fucks me up when it comes to that is the fact that the numbers are crawling back up. So how is it now that you're allowing this and you're not going to institute something? Okay, you know what? We're going to do a memorandum on that for now. We're not going to do no more people out because of the COVID, but we're not going to bring no one in neither, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a moratorium, excuse me, that's what it is, right? I don't know, it's one of those M's. Anyways,
but I have a question.
Yeah.
Has anybody compared, right? According to legislation and according to the unemployment department, the EDD, whatever it's called, Economic Development Department, they are going to keep people on EDD with that pandemic EDD until December of 2021.
I thought it was September.
No, December.
Wow.
Of 2021. But you're telling me that people got to go right back to jail right now. So why? Not to say like I ain't hating on nobody. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm hating on them.
Yeah, no, it just shows what their priority is.
That's
the logic doesn't make sense.
The logic doesn't make sense if they anticipated people needing money for this up until December. Why are they not anticipating these people need to stay out of prison?
Because we're a walking contradiction. That's why.
Exactly. That's right.
Stupid.
You know what I mean? But no, I mean, really, that's where the bullshit lies at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
political
knows.
tug of war.
Exactly.
Well, look, if they gonna do that, then tell them to bring back that PPP loans.
But that's the thing. Oh no! You don't want that. That was like giving you a fucking indictment on a time bomb on a schedule. Like,
well, no, if they readjusted, my business has been legitimate. I'm just saying, my business has been legitimate, so they need to reinstate that.
Well, I mean, you never know. Just going back to that and going back to the fact that, you know, for those of us that would actually use it for something that, you know, to build your shit and be recession proof. I mean, like, you never know. Like they said, the numbers are going up. The fear factor is real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Grab your NyQuil and, you know what I'm saying? Put the kids to bed. It might be a cold winter, you know what I'm saying? And the way
what is that voice?
It's that old timer prepare for the worst.
Voice. Like, I hate it when he does that.
Excuse me.
Hey, sometimes they prepare for the worst too. They have to.
They know
that's true.
That's my fucking
I just think it's
people be survivors.
Drill sergeant shit, like
that's what that's supposed to be.
You know, I also
it's like
feel
a Vietnam flashback.
Didn't you say that they were getting sued and winning?
I've heard that families sued the prison system because, you know, it's a privately owned, you know, business.
So why would you send them back and risk the fact that you would have to pay out more money if you start getting sued again?
Like we said,
I can't make it make sense. I don't know.
It don't make sense, and we just
and
not.
Do you
we're not
make
here,
more money?
We're not here to make
off
it
of
make
the prisoners.
sense.
What was that one movie, Fight Club, where he was breaking down how the auto industry does a recall. They're like, okay, we go ahead and do an equation, and if it costs more money to settle out of court, you know, than it does to do the recall. You know, then exactly, to go with the lesser.
Right. And we all know that the government, how they work, they are the bare minimum. We like to think that government or, you know, government grade or military grade. I mean, no, they go to the cheapest people to get shit done.
It's a business.
And they have money.
They go to privately owned companies to make.
So, look, we're not here to make it make sense. The fact that it doesn't make sense is the only reason why we're even talking about it. It's up to y'all to decide what the fuck y'all feel about it. And you had you was telling me something about, we were talking earlier, and you was telling me about the whole situation with the forgiveness of the loans.
Oh, the PPP loan or the ELID?
I don't know. You hit me with a couple of them. So you tell me what we on right now.
So,
the next time.
I know with the PPP loan,
Was it for student loans?
Oh no! But I was just telling you today. I'm sorry. So
you know what I'm saying?
This is
I'm over here. She must have got contact or something.
I did.
Yes.
But I got so excited because the other day I woke up. I was trying to be a good person and like just read my emails, and I got an email that said Clark Atlanta University. They are the first school to actually do it, but they are forgiving all student incurred debt for all of 2020 and all of 2021. So that means for me, I'm currently in their business program. It's saving me like $40,000.
Nice.
So any loans that I took out last year are going to automatically be forgiven because they're going to give that money back. Yes. And then for this entire school year, for all of 2021, all of the expenses that are that they get from 2021, all of those, everybody's starting with a zero balance for the whole year.
Nice.
So I was like, for me, that's basically
big.
Each student, that's giving them at least a $40,000 relief. And they got that because the CARES Act included funding specifically for schools, and that's how this school chose to use it. But also the other thing, the reason why I felt like bringing it up, in addition to the fact that me saving $40,000, and I want my money back though. They forgot I done gave them some money, so I want that back too. But they said that even though Clark Atlanta University is the first school, they're talking about how they can actually give this level of relief to all schools across the United States. I'm like, do you know how dope that is?
Yeah.
They also said that students who like recently graduated, so let's say like last year or the year or last semester or the semester before was their last semester, because they're retroactively doing it, it's taken off of what they owe for student loans. So it's still helping people who just recently graduated. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because the student loan debt is ridiculously high. So I'm like,
that's
I'm super juiced.
Because I seen a headline about that, and I was like, finally, something fucking good. Like, that's positive.
Something for the people, shit.
Yeah,
man.
The numbers ain't
I'm
real.
gonna go and
That's
roll
just
right now.
dope. Congratulations.
Major in
like,
ceramics.
Now, I
yeah.
will say, for individuals who are interested in school but feel like it's too expensive, if y'all want to just do a little bit of research, I definitely feel like, especially like the small programs where maybe it's only like 1 year, 2 year, this will be the time to definitely look into those programs. And then I got another program called the We Owe It program that will pay $5,000 or whatever it is you owe. So if you need some information on it, all you got to do is hit me up. I got you.
That knowledge is
go.
power, baby. For real. It's like life-changing shit. Like, for real.
Weaponize my mind. Weaponize my mind.
You know how much, do you know people are like in their 50s still paying back student loan debt?
Yeah,
I just seen something the other day. It said it shouldn't take a lifetime to pay back your student loans.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying
That's fucking ridiculous.
And they're saving.
That's like a mortgage.
Every student, they're saving them a minimum of $50,000 or $40,000 if they just take 12 units. So that means anything exceeding 12 units, which for me, I was taking 17. That it's more than that. And I'm like,
nice.
And they're still giving you the book bundle and everything else. They're giving you your books for free. Like, man, listen.
Stop playing. Y'all better fucking holler at Ann.
CAU Panther, Clark Atlanta University. Ew.
I heard the fuck out of that. Well, the blessings keep coming, and you know what? That's dope. That's dope that you're actually, not only you're giving the game, but you're living it. So you're reaping the benefits of actually doing, you know, saying what you're doing. You dig what I'm saying?
Like
it's
a poster child for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like I, the way I look at it when it comes to me choosing who I do business with or who I do things with, I kind of try to look at them and be like, do you live that?
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Is that really what you're
really
about?
built that life.
Exactly. Not to use the cliche or not.
Man, I look at her like she's on scholarship. That's dope.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
You
And you gotta be happy for your folks,
listening.
man. If anything, you gotta always remember that. You know what I'm saying? When you
gotta make these systems work for you.
Exactly.
Bro,
You gotta.
they ain't designed to,
Talking about
like,
pimping earlier.
And I am most definitely telling everybody, like, once I do feel like they haven't spread this across, but most definitely, if you are interested in school, interested in a program, interested in learning anything, I would definitely encourage you to sign up now, because if they automatically implement it throughout the United States, then that means everybody is going to be able to go to school for free, books free.
Which they should, as they should. You know what I'm saying?
And a
at
lot
least
of schools
that, if you
apply
want
for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got us fucked up though, and I don't understand. Like the sometimes I don't understand the reasoning. Is like, yo, you want to have a strong nation, and it starts with educating the people of that nation, because regardless of the fact of what they do, you want them to be successful because they're the fucking backbone of your country. But see, I don't feel like it's been like that. You know what I mean? So,
but that's because you can't control authority if everybody is knowledgeable. So one thing about knowledge is only powerful when it's applied. But if you get like this room of people, there's 4 people in here, and if all of us get the same knowledge and we actually take it and run with it, and then we have 4 people, and then they have 4 people, and then they have 4 people.
Oh, for sure. I mean, let's not act like it's not all designed a certain way. For like, I seen a video on Instagram where this dude pulled up on this dude and he asked him, he was sitting in some fly shit. And he's like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I do this, I do that." And he goes, "Do you love it?" He's like, "Hell yeah." He goes, I want to ask you a question. He's like, "Do you think that everyone could be wealthy and live like this?" And he goes, "Yeah, I think I do." And then his wife, getting out the car too, she's like, "No, hell no." Because there's what did she say? There's
inequalities,
inequities built into the system.
No, seriously.
So it doesn't mean that we can't get to that point. What it means is that it's not going to just be right there for us to access. You dig what I'm saying? We go as people of who we are and where we come from. We're going to have to work more. You dig
Equality
what I'm saying?
Means different things to different
exactly.
cultures and
people. And see, the thing is, I don't care about, like, I'm not worried about competing with anybody. I just want to make sure that I am able to take care of myself, my family, and my extended family, and to be able to help people, period. That's like my goal in life. I want to help people, but not at the to where it's like I can't do nothing for myself.
Right.
I have to take care of home first. I want to know that everybody in my house, I want them to be settled, but I want them to have, knowledge and ambition to do something for themselves, whatever it is. I don't want them to just be comfortable, be the rich, comfortable kid, and I don't want them to forget what it took to get to this point.
Right.
But I also want to be able to provide, like, opportunities and help people and get my area straight. I can't help everyone, but if I could get my area okay, then people have one less thing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's dope. What else is going on in the world?
I have a question about that.
Oh,
go ahead. No, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Are you sure?
Yes.
My sidetrack off of what
See, we're still working out the kinks on this group shit, so
no,
we'll get there.
The only other thing I was gonna say was I just kind of wanted to give a RIP to Keisha Cole mom, Frankie. So keep in mind she is from Oakland, so technically she's a local native to us. She died at 61. She died on her birthday.
That's wild.
I've heard rumors of why she died, but I feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter why she died.
She's
she
gone,
was strong
bro.
enough to put her whole life on camera, be vulnerable about what it is that she went through. We already knew what her struggles was, and more importantly, when she was out there, she made sure that she gave a fuck about her kids and her grandkids. So like all of the rumors that I feel like everybody is coming up with, regardless of whether the rumors are true, it doesn't fucking matter because we still lost a life. Kids still lost their mother, and grandkids still lost their grandmother. I think
a lot of times people need to. This is the new generation shit, but the way I see it, it's like it's not so much how the person died, it's how they lived. And everybody makes mistakes. Ain't nobody walking this earth is perfect. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? You're not, everybody got their issues and shit. So it rest in peace to her, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the family, we sending prayers and positive vibes. So that's wild, you know what I mean? People really, I don't know, I feel like the whole shit, people get caught up too much in the whole like look or the optics of things instead of actually being real what it is, you know what I mean? And
yeah, because that's like a lot of our lives. Like a lot of our parents grew up like that. Especially if you're in the Bay, you knew that the Bay was one of the there was drugs running through here.
Facts.
A lot.
It was drugs, and all of our parents, for the most part, were guinea pigs to that.
I say that all the time. I agree.
And so that's just crazy because we know, at least I do. I know way too many people to where that's just like
me too.
Super close to home.
Exactly.
That could have been any one of our fucking aunties or parents.
And I feel like people.
So that was just really sad. I feel like for Keisha right now.
Auntie or grandmother, people seem to forget that is
kids.
Auntie.
Our generations are still dealing with the aftermath and the residual effects of that shit.
That's very true.
Yeah, whether your parents were or weren't, we're still byproducts of a generation. Mm-hmm. You got to remember, we're byproducts of not a pandemic, an epidemic.
Yes. Right.
And they said it was an epidemic. And there's a difference. Google that. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all. Anyways, so we this generation that we come from, we're dealing with the residual effects and the impacts like crime, and the broken household. You feel me? The poverty, the addiction,
just
the alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? The overall poverty and
disenfranchised.
Exactly. Say it again, then. But you know what I mean? Like
and the bending afterwards
and everything. So because like think about it. Let's keep it real, y'all. Everybody in this room. When we, you know what I mean, and even Patty, you know, you don't got kids, but you've seen our kids grow up, so you've definitely been a presence and been around. Like as far as me, you know what I'm saying, you've seen my kid grow up, and you've seen your friends' kids grow up. But you know what I mean. When you think about it and you look around, and you notice the impact, you notice we're always saying like, damn, the way my parents were and how we grew up is different. And right. It is. It's because we're actually actively trying to change that.
Yes.
We still got those old school like fundamentals that travel, and they pack well in the winter, you know what I'm saying, when you got to beat your kid ass or whatever. But
a lot of people are breaking the generational curses.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
they've seen it
exactly,
and they're like, ooh,
bro.
I don't want to do that.
When I was a kid, when I was little, like McDonald's was like a treat, bro. Like we didn't like, it wasn't just like it was nothing. So like we really like used to, it was the big deal. You dig what I'm saying? Because we're gonna go to McDonald's. Like, oh shit, okay, you feel me? So it was exactly. We're doing something. Like it was not major. So I look at my kid, and the best thing I try to do is just to hand down those little lessons that I know that travel well and pack well. And give him that, because I don't ever want him to be the kid. I don't ever want him to be that kid that's not grateful, or that's cruel because they have something now when they didn't have nothing. Exactly. I don't want. I'm not building that. I'm basing
for that. We can fix all that.
Yeah, we're not here for that. And see, that's the thing. Hopefully, his generation, when he passes down to his children, the further he gets away from this. There's always something going on in the world, obviously. But
did you ever hear about that one secret millionaire? He was like a janitor. I think he was from around the Bay.
He was in the Bay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And he was a janitor, and nobody knew. His kids didn't even know he was a millionaire.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, tell him. And do you know the story? Please tell the story. I don't remember.
I don't know, little Johnny, about your braces.
I think you're correct.
So I don't remember exactly the
bro, because he's like my idol. I love this guy. Listen.
He went to work every day.
I can't break character.
He was super nice to everybody.
He was a janitor. Yes, he literally was a janitor.
Live like a modern life.
Regular.
Like they did not know that he was a millionaire.
How did he get the million?
I think it was good investment.
Oh, okay.
So I think he took his money and invested it right, and whatever the case may be. But whatever it was, he was a millionaire. But he still went to work every day, and everybody was like, "Why are you working if you're a millionaire?" Like,
sorry, little Susie, we can't get your spinal corrected because they don't pay me enough at work. Your scoliosis is just gonna have to run rampant all over your body. Knowing damn, I can't break character.
I'm sorry, we can't pay for your dog's operation.
I can't break character. I gotta. Y'all can't know that I'm a millionaire. So.
Like, didn't Jackie Chan say something like that too? I don't know if it's true on the internet though.
Yeah,
but he was like, he's only gonna leave his kids so much or not so much
because
money,
you know
he's
why?
Like, if he can't make it himself, then he don't deserve it. You only need so much as a human.
But
like
you know
something
why?
is cool, but you don't need an extravagant.
No, but you know why though? I don't know. It's because if your kid's a fuck up, you're not gonna give him something that's gonna kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why he said that, because he's even said part of what he was saying was like, my kid isn't responsible enough to have that much money. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like
power corrupts.
Exactly, it does. And just imagine if you don't know how to do nothing and you're hella gullible, or you're just an evil or a mean person, you're gonna put them in power and give them money like you don't know what the
money just magnifies it.
Right. I think sometimes people forget, like, as a parent, when we are working to give our kids everything that we didn't have, we are forgetting to give them the little things that we did have. Case in point, right?
Like it's like I'm gonna give you this.
You know, back in the day, they had latchkey kids, right? Mm-hmm. They take the key, go in the house. You don't answer the door for nobody. One day, my kids was in the house. I went to the store around the corner. My cousins came to the door and they did not call me. They banging at the door. My son opened the window and was like, "Go away!" My son held me for no reason. He closed the window, so my cousin called me and he's like, "Man, your son is being hella disrespectful. He won't open the door." I said, no.
He's doing
my
what he's supposed to do.
son know that I said, I don't give a fuck who it is. If my mama walked through this door right now, if she ain't got a key, she do not come in here, and anybody that open the door is getting their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my mama taught me.
That's how my kids learn. I feel like it's important to still instill in your kids, like, safety and you need to work for this and all that. But people don't. They feel like I be seeing kids like I see a lot of kids. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that part. I just saw recently.
She's all, I'm trying to get straight with God, right. So I'm gonna
keep some stuff to myself. But I see kids and they'll be like at a birthday party, at a friend's party or whatever. They getting like Gucci necklaces, Gucci shoes. They getting Bugattis. They getting all this stuff. But can your baby read? Do your baby have the work ethic? Can your baby actually do anything outside of just be cute? And if they cannot, then that means you're not giving them the tools necessary for... Because one thing I tell my kids all the time is the world don't give a fuck about you. And that is just the truth. I care about you, but the world will eat you up and spit you out. They will use you for whatever it is that you got. And when you're not valuable no more, they will keep it pushing. And I think people forget to give their kids the stuff that are... Like, it's fucked up, yes. Our parents, they be on drugs or whatever. Like, well, I won't say unfortunately. Like, my mother... was never on drugs, but she got crackhead tendencies. I told her that.
I know what you mean.
And all her siblings.
I've had some family like that.
Yes, and all her siblings was on drugs. But
why you act like that?
Yeah, and it's just like, are you high? This is just how I am.
Right, and you
like, oh my
why?
Goodness, I'm so sorry. Man, maybe you should smoke some weed. Like
it's unfortunate. Like I used to tell people when I was in foster care, and they'd be like, "Well, why are you in here?" And I'd be like, "Oh, because my mama just didn't want me no more." They'd be like, "She wasn't on drugs." No, she worked for her job for 30 years. She just didn't want it. Like, it's kind of fucked up to be able to say that. But my point in saying that is growing up and you have like crackheads in your family and learning how you actually do stuff. Like when people ask me what's my most memorable holiday, I was like, oh, Christmas. And I remember it was like my third grade teacher. She was like, oh, why is Christmas? I was like, oh, because my Uncle Chester stabbed my Auntie Grace.
That's not funny, I'm sorry. But it is because you...
But that was my norm. Like, this is normal to us. They be like, oh, where your cousins at? Oh, in prison. They gonna get out in a couple of years.
What did we say, our zodiacs?
Yeah, so it's just like, this is normal to us. So while we're still giving our kids...
shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
but
be.
It shouldn't be.
But while we're
what do they say? The people who laugh the most have... not the most, but the people who laugh a lot have felt a lot of pain.
Exactly. And
so you have to make light of the situation to survive a situation.
And that's true. But I also feel like when you are raising your children to be
Mammy's laughing
to what's really going on, you're setting them up for failure.
Like you want them to be aware of the real world.
Don't give a fuck.
You want them to be aware of the real world.
Does that taste like fucking perfume or something?
Maybe. Oh wait, is it my lotion?
No, taste the weed.
But no, because I don't know.
Anyways,
he moved away
we're having a technical, you know what I'm saying, a marijuana related problem, but it ain't a problem because we moved it.
I don't know, but
it tastes like
lotion on my hands.
Taste it. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Maybe that's what
it tastes like lotion.
Sadie.
That's crazy. What strand is that? I guarantee you're not smoking this strand.
Like.
So look, that was the here and now. You know what I mean? We went everywhere. Like we try not to, but we do.
We went there and back.
But that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing, though. It's all relevant shit, though.
We're not even sure if we're back yet.
It's all interesting.
We're on the way.
It's all interesting. It's all good. All right, so look, we're going to keep it rolling like we always do. No Invite Podcast. We're going to jump up into that part of the podcast where we're talking about our announcements. So we're going to do the Put You Up on Game and what you got coming up. You know, when we do Put You Up on Game, we're trying to tell people what we got, events, making announcements.
One of the biggest announcements that I have is July 31st. Remember the place that I was talking to you about? The Event Space Network? So they
shout out to them.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a clip I was gonna use to promote them, but I was talking some shit and it wasn't about them. But I was just, being kind of, cussing in the background and whatnot. And I was like, nah, I don't want to post that because I don't want to, you know what I mean? Not that a bad thing, but I'm just me.
Oh, I sent her the podcast. She said she loved it.
Awesome then. Hey, well, shout out to y'all. Then go on and kill him with it. Go ahead. What you saying?
The Event Space Network and Terry Griffin. He is doing, July 31st, he is going to be doing a small business networking event where it's pretty much all about businesses. You still have to...
I want to go.
You should. What they're doing is they are doing kind of like a small business promotion thing.
Nice.
Where they are working with small businesses that schedule an appointment with them. You do have to go on their website or either online or on their Instagram. You can find it either way, where they are helping people with doing headshots. They're doing, they're basically having like a marketing event. So they're going to help you do some of your marketing. They're going to help you do headshots. They have photography people that are going to be there. They're going to do edits to your photos. They're going to help you.
I'm going to come through with the little, just the shirt and the tie and the shoulders and nothing else. The one that just for the headshot. He's
going to wear a tuxedo t-shirt.
Like a tuxedo t-shirt.
This is the one that's just the collar, like the judges wear?
Exactly. It's like the judges wearing shit.
Yeah. The clip-on tie.
You know
so it's called Expand Your Brand, and it's on Saturday, July 31st from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it'll be at 62 East 4th Street in Pittsburgh. And the full day is going to be like, they have 3 different tiers. And so like tier 1, for example, is going to be like photo shoot and edits. It's 1 hour of edits, plus they can provide you with models and production. They're going to do content webinar. They're going to have food and drinks, and they're going to have a networking opportunity, and that is going to hit for $347. So they have like tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. But for me, the reason why I said that's so big is because, like I said, in the city of Pittsburgh specifically, we don't have a lot of places where we can actually go around like-minded people and genuinely network without them shutting it down.
Get some game, get some game.
Yeah, but they be shutting shit down out there. That be pissing me off.
Look, I got a question for you. Hey,
thank you.
Hey, what tier are you on, Holmes?
Ooh, okay, I ain't bought mine yet though.
I'm just saying, Holmes. Hey, what tier are you on? Hey, I'm
gonna be like a tier 2.
Chante and throw you some soups.
I'm gonna try to be like a tier 2, but I do want to let everybody know if they would like to actually donate to WDR Management, they absolutely can. WDR Management Cash App, that is the handle.
Absolutely. we encourage all the listeners to help with whatever you can, whether it's just by your listening, or if you could do more, definitely that's a dope small business. It's an opportunity, and it's a place that's offering opportunities to other up and coming and aspiring entrepreneurs. So it's always going to get a yes over here, you know what I mean? Right. I want to go. I'm definitely going. You got to count me in. I'm going to pull up. Like I said, it's okay if I'm all business up here and then casual the rest of the way the weekend. I might just pull up in some shorts. It's a fashionable
mullet.
Exactly.
So I just thought it was dope that they were even doing that, because one, the space that they're actually using, that space is super nice, which I did say.
And when do they do shit like that though?
This will be on Saturday, July 31st from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, they did say if you want to purchase a tier, you still have to schedule an appointment. The reason they are saying that is because it's unrealistic to believe that if 50 people come and 50 people pay that they want headshots and they have to do all 50 within the same hour, that's not realistic. So they are like scheduling appointments depending on what it is.
So go claim your slot, basically.
Yes. But I do feel like it'll be a good thing. Plus, they're doing mentorships. They're providing you with food. They're doing the 360 photos, which they also said when you do the photo shoot. So, like, for example, you have RiBirth. So if you have your models already and you want the models to come there already in attire, they can. If you want them to switch attire, they can. But also, if you have any other merchandise that you just want to take a picture of, you can do that as well. Like, it's an opportunity for you to get as many photos as you can.
I want to get 2 chicks to hold up my t-shirt, but I want them to hold it up with their butt cheeks, one cheek on each sleeve.
See, you're trying to be serious.
I'm just saying that's what I'm aspiring for.
And
who are you to tell me that I can't have this? Stop playing with me. Don't. You know what I mean? Anyway, so no, that's dope. I'm digging that.
And the only other thing that I know that is going on is there is this person, for anybody trying to get healthy, her name is Beautiful Beast. Mm-hmm. Her real I don't want to say her real name. Anyways, Beautiful Beast, I'll leave her at that. But she do these workout challenges. So I know you have places, the bigger places that'll charge you like $500 to do a workout challenge and lose weight. But she does it for she's not as expensive, but in my experience, she's not as expensive, but she's actually more effective. Mm-hmm. And she hella dope.
What is that called? I forgot what it's called. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like something for curves, or like something like, it's a program where you pay, and unless you hit your goal, you don't get your money back.
Are you talking about P2P transformation?
Yeah, I think
so. Exactly. I go there too, and I do love.
Is it something similar like that, but it's more affordable?
Yeah, it's more affordable.
Nice.
And I think it's also a shorter period of time. But also, I feel like the workouts that she do are a little bit more effective, because it's more like you using your own body weight than using outside weights to actually get what you want to get done.
I'm a firm believer that if you could lift and move your own body weight, you are physically fit.
You're pretty good.
I'm not.
Pretty well.
Well, I'm just saying, but we are. Most people are not. But what I'm saying is that's the goal you want to reach. Like, I never been into the I want to be bodybuilder and be hella swole. I'm like, yo, if I could be what I am, but just strong and tone, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Then I'm good with that. And you know, I mean, like, talking about prison and shit. I mean, just remember, all motherfuckers doing prison. There ain't no weights in there. Pull-ups, push-ups, dips, burpees, run laps.
That's what. So to me, the way she do it is called beautiful_beastfit. You can find her on Instagram. But like, even if you look at her body, like, this is her real body after 2 kids. I'm
crazy,
like, girl.
But
she does a lot of like use your own body weight, and that shit.
Right.
That's all you need,
that should be having me tired though. I'd be like, girl, I'm done.
I mean,
I really feel that.
What about like Bruce Lee?
Her ass put me to shame. I'm like over like just being self-conscious, all of a sudden like crossing my arms, like, you know what? Don't look at me like that.
She's hella dope, and she do them like via Zoom, so you can do them that way. If you don't make it, she will send you something like for you to actually do at home. Like, she even had me recording my workout just so she can see I really actually did it. Like, she's really big
dedicated and into it.
She's hella dope. I'm like, girl.
She's not just
shout out to her.
Like, it's not just like on autopilot. She's involved, and that's nice.
And she's very. Not only is she involved, she answered the phone, because you know that's sometimes a problem with some of these people. You will like pay your money and then all of a sudden
no customer service. No customer
service.
So
she do answer her phone. She respond to text. She respond to.
Excuse me. Social media? Out of nowhere, it just came out. Dun, dun, dun. I'm about to put that fucking sound effect right there. But go ahead.
But yes, those are the only 2 people. I know she have an upcoming challenge. I don't have the exact date, but I do know it is coming up at the beginning of August.
That's all right though. That's all right though, because as we keep going week by week, you'll be able to hit them up with updates. You know what I mean, and let them know exact dates and all that. That's the whole point of this thing, though, is to get out there and share some of these people that we
contacts,
know and share some of these connects, because man, I'm telling you, like, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? I think the pandemic has proved that too. I want to send a shout out to a company called Go Nuts, and that's with a Z. And Go Nuts for the People is what they're called. And the owners are CJ and Coco. They basically have their own like flavor of you know, nuts, like earth nuts, walnuts, fucking, I know this shit sound crazy, y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Cashews, pecans,
exactly,
walnuts.
real healthy.
Why I was thinking something
shit.
Totally inappropriate, like, what is they selling?
That's wild. What's really wild?
Pistachios. Get your mind out of the gutter, Ann.
What's wild about that is that how far along you let me get into the conversation before you even said nothing. You just let me run with this shit, like. But anyways, they have their own line, like, you know, planners and everything else like that. To clarify,
they have candy flavored, like candy
they have a lot. I seen they had a booth. You know what I mean? I was vending at this location. I was actually at Lake Merritt, and they were right across from me. And I told them, I was like, yo, I don't.
Did you try them?
I didn't try them, you know what I'm saying? But I did tell them, you know what, give me your card and I'm going to shout you out on the podcast. They had some
quality nuts.
I mean, they was putting their nuts all in people's mouth, you know what I'm saying? For what I seen, it wasn't me, you feel me? I didn't fuck with it, but other people.
Cross-branding opportunities, man. Diz nuts.
Exactly. You know, we could always, you know, you know what I'm saying? We could always,
hilarious.
You know what I mean? But you can follow them at Go Nuts for the People on Instagram. That's at Go Nuts with a Z. And the number 4 for the people. I told them I will shout them out, so I'm gonna add them later, and I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna send them a clip, because that's what real motherfuckers do. I didn't have to, and that's a lesson for everybody else. I didn't have to. I did it because I wanted to. You feel me? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I don't expect anything in return. You know what I mean? But also I want to. But now that we got that out the way, just know that I'm definitely plugging all my shit selfishly on my own fucking show. You got me fucked up. So you know what I'm saying? August 7th, Oakland. At the Dwayne Wiggins compound. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But at the Dwayne Wiggins compound, we're doing a night at the compound with artist OBB Half performing, RiBirth Entertainment, my company, with Black Bay Productions. We put this show together. We just had a meeting today. We did some, what do you call that? Some interviews and some promotion. It's not an average show, y'all. It's a showcase. So there's going to definitely be a vibe, bottle service,
new talent,
bars. You could get VIP tables with up to 5 meals, you know what I'm saying? So all your folks eat fine dining. Of course, we have a chef in the building who's gonna whip. If you go to my Instagram, you can see what I'm talking about, because I posted up a couple little things. But it's a real dope location. We got a dope lineup, and most importantly, it's gonna be a vibe. It's not a bar. We're not standing around. It's not a fucking club. This is like lounge, intimate.
Lounge.
Think about it like this. You know how they used to do the Unplugged on MTV where it was the stage, and then it was just like a few, you know what I mean? There was just like a little area around the stage, and he's really literally, the band are just singing and rapping to you. That's how it's gonna be. Is it like
the scene in Scarface when they in the club where they just like chilling?
Nah, that was a little bit much. You know what I mean? We don't have nothing in the budget we don't have no budget for like mannequins or puppets, so it's definitely not that. But make sure that you guys tap in. August 7th, tickets are available right now. You could go to the No Invite podcast and drop a DM if you want a ticket for the show. If you're in the Bay Area, it's going to be in Oakland. It's definitely going to be a vibe. We're going to have food, bottle service, bar. It's 420 friendly. And let I remind people, that means you could go there, bring your smoke, and roll smoke. And if you don't got no smoke, they'll have some smoke for you. You feel what I'm saying? And somebody going to share. You dig what I'm saying? We bring people together. So that's one thing. Then we also got the August 20th Circulate record release party. Chico Spitz, RiBirth Entertainment, Las Vegas, Nevada. You see me? You like my little board right there? You see what I'm doing? Visualizing. You feel what I'm saying? For all y'all. If you know me, then you know. But August 20th, Chico Spitz record release party. Circulate. Dropping the highly anticipated. My brother, you know what I mean, co-owner of this whole RiBirth thing that we do.
That jump video.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, he really artistic, bro. Like, he really sees things, and he always looks at the art. He does it for the art. He don't do it for the look. You feel me? Which makes it dope, because, you know what I mean, when you do it for the art, you're not what do you call it? You don't have no boundaries. You feel me? You're gonna do what you feel to do to make it the best. Anyways, his shit's happening. We out there. OBB Half gonna be performing. This is another show date where you go see Half pull up. He do what he do. For all my people in other countries, I will have clips and live stuff. But y'all definitely got to make a trip. Shout out to 704 Records on Instagram. They out there from the Netherlands. They've been tapping in with us. They've been fucking with us. They offer mixing and mastering, production. They got in-house production from everything from like Afro beats to hip-hop, trap, and in between. You know what I'm saying? They do it all. They definitely listen to the podcast. They definitely tap in and tune in. And that's putting us on the other side of the world. And we know we all human. We all connecting of some form or fashion. But the fact that we out there and they fucking with us, we fuck with y'all too. So shout out to them. And basically that's it. You know what I mean? More shit to come. The record release party 182. OBB Half's album will be coming soon. We're going to do a record release party. We'll probably do a couple of sessions. You know what I mean? We're going to give them a nice big rollout. Because that's what the fuck we do, and we're pretty soon we're gonna. You gotta remember, like when you level up, it's not just okay. We got to the next platform, we're gonna be right here. No, we trying to level up, so we're gonna keep going. So I could guarantee you that now that we got the inner circle right, you know what I mean. We're gonna fucking level up on your ass and have some more shit. You know, you never know. We might start having our own events just for No Invite Podcast. You dig, where y'all could pull up and talk that shit.
Hey,
so, you know
that would be fun.
If you go up that hill, you gotta go down that hill.
With that being said, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a minute. No Invite. No Invite season 2 level up. We're back at it. It is that day, and we all into the shit. We're gonna jump off into these main topics. Which no, not even main topic. We're doing the PSA, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into the PSA because, you know, as you could tell by earlier when Ann was giving y'all little bits of game, you know what I'm saying, on how to get your business situation right. We like to share the knowledge. So part of that is showing some of this common sense that some of y'all haven't been blessed with. And the ones that have, then y'all could agree, you feel me, or whatever. But we're going to jump into the No Invite PSA. And Ann, what is the PSA?
So the PSA today is... stop taking shit that don't belong to you. Fuck. My God. So, and that stems directly from on Wednesday, Governor Newsom actually signed into law that there will be a new bill that is actually going to close the gap with the difference between like shoplifting and like, I think grand larceny, or was the word. The term they actually used
basically
was,
a felony from a misdemeanor.
Correct. So the term they actually used is it would be going from shoplifting to organized theft. That is the new terminology for the crime. So I know we've seen all these videos where people, they are way too fucking comfortable. They're walking out with hands full of bullshit, bags, clothes, shoes, phones, whatever it is that they could get their hands on. Because of the fact that they're considering that organized crime and they're taking such a large amount, a lot of brick and mortar businesses are losing a lot of money. So because of the fact that they're losing a lot of money, they have now decided that they want to tackle this, where they have put a few million, I think $35 million into it throughout the United States. Throughout California. And they don't want the funds to be unevenly proportioned. So they are making the money like kind of evenly distribute, because even though like in Gilroy, it's not highly populated, a lot of big companies are out there where when they're stealing from those places, they are stealing a large quantity. Or
when they like rip off like Beverly Hills and snatch out of the Louis V store or some shit like that.
So it's stuff like that. So now they've basically made it to where they are trying to address crime or theft, whether it's going to be what is going to determine it being a felony versus a misdemeanor. They also are putting more emphasis on people actually being arrested for it, because during COVID, not a lot of people have actually been arrested for it.
You've seen a lot of them videos too, where people, I know everybody done seen a snatch and grab viral video, because quite a few of them went viral in the past 2 years or so, year and a half.
Yeah, so now they're really like, we gonna crack down on this. We don't want people taking other people's shit. Businesses feel like they're taking a loss. And
it's because it's hurting them also too, because brick and mortar, it's not the cause of why brick and mortar is going out, but it's not helping either. It's basically
it's not
helping them either. Yeah.
And it's making it so that and the other big thing is, when you watch the videos, one of the things that they addressed is the fact that a security guard, their job is to observe and report. They really should not be tackling people. The employees at the store, they cannot go and tackle you. So a lot of people, even though they see it and they are recording it, you still got to let those people go, and they just got to take all the shit.
Because that's their policy. That's what they run. That's how they run.
But some of that is for safety, so I feel that, because I'm not ready to die for a bag. Like
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that you ask somebody else to, unless they're law enforcement. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're living their life based on. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't think it's fair.
Security of the world.
Yeah,
right?
like I'm not here to stop you from breaking the law if
you're gonna be top flight.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to save the world, Craig. Like, I'm trying to save my, I'm trying to save my ass so I could leave and survive this shit. It's not like they pay them guys a lot of money neither, which is the fucked up part too.
So yeah. But so that's a big thing that's actually happening, and that is going to change how law enforcement, how they will be patrolling, and different stuff like that. So I just want to get everybody's opinion on that.
Look, how you feel about that?
So that makes me wonder, if they do it like that, does that mean they can like branch off and add extra charges? Because from what I'm looking at, is like petty theft is $950. So anything above $950 would actually already be in that grand larceny, right? I'm not a paralegal by any stretch, but I'm just using a little bit of Google.
I don't know all the correct legalese, but you know.
It's like same way like how I guess in certain situations how task forces use gang enhancements to kind of branch off. And
I was thinking when you said that, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Or how the Patriot Act allowed them to invade regular citizens' privacy, like they use it as an excuse to do something else.
That was the first thing that came to mind when you said that.
It makes me wonder if like they could use that as a springboard to jump off and go ahead and like by the way, it's this, and they also have this, and they can investigate further. And
now we're gonna give you.
It would be the first time something like that.
We're gonna give you an enhancement for stunning on the gram. Anybody that's on the gram stunning when because let's keep it real. We did a PSA not too long ago. Pooh Shiesty, up and coming rapper. He had the world in his palm. I'm talking about he was this shit. And they allegedly they said that they got money that he posted that was linked to a robbery. And
they read the serial numbers.
They read the serial numbers off his post.
See, back to our phones telling on us.
Time on their hands.
Weird.
Come on now. We can't lie and act like the police don't do it for the gram too. They do it for the gram just like anybody else. And to them, you got to think of how funny it is. How back in the day they actually had to be more of a presence everywhere to fucking catch criminals. Now they just go and look and be like, okay, we're gonna investigate this motherfucker for a while and see what we can pull up later. When it's not just we want to look good. We don't want to just do the regular, we pulled him over and caught him with a little bag. We want to pull him over and catch him with the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. It's not even worth, like, you gonna do hella time for a handbag?
Like, look, I'm not here to tell anybody how to live or how to survive. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is whatever it is that you do, be smart about it. You know what I mean? And let it be out of necessity, because you're probably too smart and too gifted to be stealing anyways. You should probably be doing something else with your time. You feel me? But I can't tell people how to get their money and how to live. I'm never gonna lock it.
Wholesale on eBay and resell it, baby. There's so many
just flip your money. Don't make it a career.
You gotta flip. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you.
When I was young, and this is way past when, so I don't give a fuck. I could say it's like this shit's been past. But when I was young, we did snatch and grabs. You feel me? We did snap. We done ran out of stores with hella shit. You know what I mean? But we weren't doing it every day. We weren't making it a thing. And even now, if things were like back then, when how things are now, with everybody got a camera and shit, I probably wouldn't do it at all.
That's my main thing. Like when you think about the snatch and grab, right? And let's say mind you, they're doing it from high-end stores. So you're not doing it just from like DD's discounts, okay?
No shit. Real.
So when you go into these high-end stores, and then you have people in there with cameras, and then you have the cameras that are around the facility, and then you have the cameras that are within the parking lot.
And then the cameras have cameras.
They're going to get like, even if, and I tell people this all the time, like, please don't ever make the mistake of like robbing something and then showing up to my house, because I know for a fact that they can follow you with those cameras. And if you show up to my house and they be like, hey, well, you know, you had a person at this address and they came here, and if you don't, hold on now, I don't know why they came here.
That goes back to the thing that I was saying. It's like drama is it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
just feel like if you gonna do it at least yourself. Just be smart about it. Don't involve other people. Don't involve people that potentially is going to tell on you. Don't put yourself in a position to where you are spending... Because, I mean, granted, I get what you're saying when you're saying you're not here to judge and just live your life. But living life in prison is not living.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. But that's the thing. I'm not here... What I'm saying is like... Don't make this your career, this is all you do. You're like, do something with that money.
That money.
Put that money, go do something else. There's a lot of shit you could do right now to get some money. You know what I mean? Because the stealing to me is just a quick come up. And I ain't never been the person to steal from another person. I was the person to always steal from stores. So I get that part. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I would rather steal from a corporation that got insurance and they gonna be all right because it's a victimless crime. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I said, I don't judge. But at the same time, don't let that be the only thing you do if you're all the way about, because getting arrested for that, and when you think about it, there's money in that, but ain't no real money in that.
There ain't. And
that's like a quick come up. I need to get on or some type of shit. You feel me?
Don't let nobody leave that shit at your house. That's another place where people go wrong. Like, you go, you steal it, then you take it home and you post pictures of it. They see pictures of your kids in the background, and you're like.
And then they talking about everybody snitching on me.
No.
Like, hell yeah, the internet snitched on you. The internet snitched on you because you told the internet, and that was your fault. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all it is. It's just a little PSA for y'all. You know what I mean? Just for you guys to know, it's just a little something to put in there. You know what I mean? And
geotagging in the photos.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm telling you, it gets real. Like, people don't realize how good and quality these cameras are. Like, you could zoom some shit and get everything.
Not just that, but there's so many different ways to make money off this internet. There's a million ways to make money legit.
There really is.
To where you don't have to be looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, real talk.
And you ain't got to stress off of none of that. So
and that's all. That's all the PSA is.
And that focus towards something that's legit, to where you ain't got to because that's work within itself. Like, the quick money is quick money, but it's work.
It is.
And then for somebody to just be able to come in and snatch it all and just be like, and then throw you in jail and take your freedom, like, bro, is that really beneficial for you?
So the no invite PSA is basically stop stealing, and if you're stealing, you know what I'm saying, take that money.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, exactly. Do something else like with it, like you know. Let that be a.
They want us down. They don't want us to win. What does Kylie say?
Yeah. They don't want to see you win. Real talk. So you know, I'm not, like I said, this is the no invite.
Beautiful.
PSA.
Loyal. You smart.
So, yeah.
Special.
You special. I see you. Do you see yourself though? See, look, we back to that pimp talk. Don't forget, I'm gonna ask everybody what's your favorite
y'all
pimp line.
Y'all are all beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of
made
the
from stardust.
Yeah, from the end of the podcast.
Made from the universe.
You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, so you know what I mean, when it comes to that, and I feel it, you know what I mean, I think we all kind of got our little, you know what I mean, our shout out. What else we got on the plate right now? That's it? Are we done? Is the podcast done?
I'm actually kind of shocked.
Are we done? I mean,
a little bit.
I mean, do we have anything? I have nothing for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I have something for them.
I think this was magic right here. You're special, baby.
So there is a new album that just came out recently. It's called
we gotta
Summer.
do that. Yeah, okay, so
it's by Sutu. His song is super dope. I didn't even know he did music. I was so shocked. But it actually...
How do you spell it? I've never heard of it.
SU and then the number 2.
Okay.
So the album, I think it's an EP. But...
What kind of music is it?
Hip-hop rap.
Nice.
So, and it's really like... I think it's very refreshing to hear it because, you know, sometimes you listen to stuff and you be like, that underground rap a little bit. I listen to it, but sometimes I be like, listen, I don't want to hear about shooting my grandmama because she make the greens wrong. Like, I don't even want to hear that shit.
You gang make it at breakfast?
You feel me? I be like, oh my God, I can't. But this is very
I do, though. I want to hear that shit. I want to know if your grandma's slipping, how you going to slide up on it.
I like to have a balance and a variety of music within my life.
So it's an EP. It's called Sutu Summer. So it's spelled SU, the number 2, and then Summer. And it only has 4 songs on it, but that one, Cold, that song is hella dope. I was like, oh my God.
Look that up. I love finding new music. I love
so it is super dope. I was very shocked because I didn't even know that he did music. But now that I know he do music, I'll be looking for his stuff.
You know him?
It's a whole different vibe. How you know him before?
He is my best friend's little brother.
Okay.
And so I've been around him, but we never discussed music. And if we have, I've probably been drunk and just didn't hear it. I don't know. But whatever it was, I didn't catch it. I didn't know. And so randomly I was listening to something she sent me, and I'm like, oh my God, who is this? And then when I looked at the picture, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Okay. So it was kind of cool. I'm proud of you.
Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Making music out there. You know what I'm saying? For whatever. Shout out to the people making music for the boosters. You know what I mean? They live a thug life too. Don't get it fucked up. I've been cause like you know, not to go back into that topic, but you know what I'm saying. I've seen also for every fucking walkout, snatch and grab, no problem. I've also seen those horror stories where they're fighting in that motherfucker and the security guy thinking he's Johnny Dangerous and shit, and he's grabbing up people and slamming them.
Did you see the dude who got beat up because he tripped one of them when they was running out?
Nah, I didn't see that one. But I mean, there's so many. I mean, shit. How could I? How could I?
He did the Spider-Man thing, you know,
exactly.
Trying to save Uncle Ben.
Exactly.
But I guess shout out to the Walmart security guard. I don't know you. I ain't seen you in action, but I heard the stories.
That's right.
Oh man, they be doing the most. They done pissed me off, asking me like, they stopped me like, what else is in your bag? Listen, bitch, I don't steal shit. Get your ass away from me. Move.
Hey, she's top flight apparently. From what I hear.
No, but she like for real. She ready to run up on you. Like I'm like.
No, she's all like the Terminator. I'll die for this.
Yeah, exactly. But no, my wife's told me stories about like she ran up. She said woof like it was a tackle like NFL style. Just grabbed him by the shoulders and horse collared him. Like what?
No, seriously. Yeah. She really. There is a girl down there with the Pittsburgh Walmart. Is that the one you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh man, she really like. She has had me have to get at her like, listen,
she
I'm
lives
really
for
not
this
a
shit.
Disrespectful person, but you done lost your mind. First of all, don't question me. Second of all, I just came out the line and I got bags. But more importantly,
she steps out every day for this.
At the point that I've walked out and got to my car, don't walk up on me because that'll make me feel like I'm threatened, and that means we need to take this further.
They're not supposed to do that.
They're not, but she don't give a fuck. That is her job, and she take her job serious. I've seen her tackle somebody, and I'm like, oh my God, how much? So
that was the last segment. We're gonna call that Tales from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And it's the No Invite podcast. I think we're good. I think we're great right now. I think we're gonna leave it at that. Shout out to the artist that you said, Sutu, right?
Yes.
Sutu. Shout out to Sutu. We're gonna make sure that we talk what we talk. Who the fuck is at my window?
I don't know.
That's some weird shit. But we out here. We on our way. No Invite Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. You can also find our episodes on our YouTube channel. That's RiBirth Media Films on YouTube. That's RiBirth Media Films on YouTube. The guy is just the guy. He wishes to remain anonymous. And you know what I mean? Even though you know this guy.
You may know me.
You may
have encountered me at one time or another.
Exactly. Who the fuck is out here on the window? But anyways, yeah, that's what it is, and y'all know who the fuck I am. And we got Ann. Where can they find you at? Where they can reach you at?
They can find me, if you're looking for me on Instagram, you can find me at Anasa Opulent Aesthetics, Anasa_Opulent_ Aesthetics. Or you can find my personal one, which is at Divalicious Ego, which is DIVALICIOUS_EGO. That's my personal.
All right, well, with that being said, it's the No Invite. Ask your bitch. She will confirm it.